The Irish are divided. Paul Hughes and Conor McGregor, Northern Ireland versus Southern Ireland. What the hell's going on? I'm an American. Many people that probably watch these videos are Americans. We don't quite understand the entire backstory of the Irish feud going on over there, but it seems that Paul Hughes has now turned on Conor McGregor. And is that rightfully so? Because Conor McGregor's a bit of a bullshitter and a big of a fucking scumbag? I understand it to some respect, but Paul Hughes was using Conor McGregor's name to build up the fight against Usman Nurmagomedov last week at the Dubai Champions Series for Bellator PFL, whatever's going on here. But after the fight, he spoke to Khabib after this rivalry started to break out between Ireland, Dagestan, Paul Hughes, and the Nurmagomedov camp. Conor McGregor was getting involved. Paul Hughes wanted Conor McGregor involved, and now after the fight, kind of sucking up to Khabib a little bit and saying that, you know what, Conor, I don't really care about him. He has nothing to do with me. But let's get into the video here and break it down, because Conor McGregor, bit of a scumbag. Khabib has his flaws, but a mostly, moral guy out there, so he's decent, whatever. Most people like to take the side of Khabib because Conor's such a fucking dirtbag. But Khabib and the team, they're not perfect either. Nobody's perfect out there. Paul Hughes definitely being a little bit wishy-washy here. So let's get into it right now. Paul Hughes, after the fight, speaking with Khabib, talking about Conor McGregor. Both guys, Usman and Paul Hughes, were both very, very confident heading into this one. Paul Hughes was saying some stuff about the Nurmagomedov camp and about Dagestan. It was pretty off color for the Dagestanis. They take a large offense to anybody speaking badly about their fighting skills, about their toughness, about their ability to function as hard-working fighting men. Okay, they take a large offense to that, and they were saying stuff back to Paul Hughes about Ireland, about Conor McGregor, and kind of lumping everybody into one category, even though much of Ireland, it sounds like, does not agree with what Conor McGregor brings to the table. And of course, he's gotten into a lot of controversy over the last couple of months. Continuing on, Conor McGregor then responds to that, saying that Paul Hughes is his own man. He has and wants nothing to do with Conor McGregor. He says, "Too right, you're not anything to do with me. You're a bumhole licker. Get that flag off of you. You know what you are. You from up there, lick my ass. I'm farting in your face for an hairy ass licker. Yup, the real Irish fuck these vermin. Fuck." Like, he's going all in on Northern Ireland. Like, Conor McGregor has some huge issue with other Irish people, it seems. And Paul Hughes, he says this in response: "Conor McGregor, you were always the GOAT. Paid homage at every opportunity, but coming at my Irish identity just shows where your head at is." He's getting a little bit at cocaine, blowing up the nose. Who knows exactly what's going on in Conor McGregor's day-to-day life? But I will say, before Paul Hughes got this fight with Nurmagomedov, this is what he had to say in regards to the whole Dagestan versus Ireland thing. He wanted Conor McGregor. Listen to Paul Hughes from the man himself right here.
Conor, someone clip this. Conor, I want you in my corner for that fight, 100%. How cool would that be? It really, I mean, we might need some extra security that night. Oscar, talk to the man. We might need some more security, but I'm down for it. I think it'll be fun.
So Paul Hughes, back just a couple of months ago, wanted Conor McGregor in his corner, wanted Conor McGregor helping him prepare for this fight, and now he has and wants nothing to do with him, and it seems to be in part to get in the good graces of Khabib. Maybe it was just showing respect. Maybe I'm wrong here, but it seems a little bit weird of him to do this, considering Conor McGregor was just as much of a fucking scumbag back in October than he is now. We all know who Conor McGregor is. We've known who he is for a couple of years now. The dude's a fucking dirtbag and a bit of a nasty guy. Okay, we all fucking know this. Paul Hughes knew this back in October. There's no fucking question here about what's going on. But Conor McGregor, he had stuff to say about Paul Hughes that was very positive as well. There was no animosity back then at all. What's happened since then? It's this. It's Conor McGregor feels betrayed by Paul Hughes.
Probably wouldn't be in this position if it wasn't for a man like that to inspire me. Come from this island, was the first man to ever show us young lads it was possible, and that breaks down a lot of mental barriers. And people talk, but this man changed the game and changed all of our young fighters' lives. So shout out Conor McGregor, because that guy, he's the man, and always will be the greatest to ever do it.
That was not very long ago. That was in 2024. Again, we've known who Conor McGregor is. He's a bit of a scumbag, okay? I can't iterate that more times in this video. That was in the middle of 2024. We knew who Conor McGregor was at this point. Paul Hughes knew who Conor McGregor was at that point. He said he is the man and he will be forever. Conor McGregor is still involved in BKFC. Still involved with other fighting promotions like the UFC. To pretend like Conor McGregor has not done the things that are so bad that he has done, the scandalous things that he has done, the terrible things that he has done in the past couple of years, is to be absolutely foolish. We all know this. Most everybody knows how big of a bad guy this guy has become. But these fighters seem to not care about that unless it benefits them to go against him. And now Paul Hughes is kind of taking that opportunity so that he can get in the good graces of KHABIB so that they can make the second fight with NURMAGOMEDOV. And again, it's all okay, man. I don't even disagree with him disregarding Conor in this respect, but you can't then not expect Conor to get upset with that. Conor's off his rocker, going absolutely insane. This was just a couple of years ago. Paul Hughes, Ian Gary, he has had a lot of wisdom, and this is about Conor McGregor. He had a lot of wisdom, which was very nice. County Dairyman, Hughes said about the meeting with Conor McGregor in September of 2023, I believe. It was an unbelievable experience. It was surreal. He definitely gave good advice, and I left that place inspired. He told us to enjoy the journey and appreciate every moment before it goes by so fast. So yeah, I will do it. Paul Hughes, Ian Gary, the future, and Conor McGregor all hanging out, having a good time, having a good laugh. Again, Conor McGregor at this point had done some pretty bad things. So to have issues with him now, again, I understand it, but it's a little bit weird to go from this to that in such a quick time span when nothing really has changed at all. Paul Hughes said, "Thank you to KHABIB. I have great respect for your team and your nation. I will be honored to take you up on this offer someday and then return the favor in Ireland. Please, only after I get Usman in the rematch," because KHABIB said this. "Thank you for all the fight with Paul Hughes and for the experience. I invite you and your whole team and family to Dagestan anytime you want. Believe me, you will like it, and your arrival will serve as a good example for many young generations." Now he's in with the NURMAGOMEDOVs. But at the end of the day, what Conor McGregor has said really doesn't quite bother Paul Hughes in the way that we think it will.
It's actually not, like, I wasn't offended at all. And, you know, now a lot of people in Ireland, especially in the north of Ireland, will be, like, couldn't be any more deeply offended as the thing he said. But I'm not actually offended or didn't take it personally at all, because it sounds bad, but it just seems like it's another day in his life of being just tweeting madness. You know, it's not like I seen that and went, oh, you know, I can't believe he said this about me. I think that really tells the picture here. Conor McGregor, he's just flying off the handle every other day. And it's kind of sad to see, because this guy was a great guy back in the day. He had a great uprise. He was coming up, doing really well, super popular fighter, super popular character. Everybody loved Conor and his confidence, everything about him. The Irish, they all loved him, got behind him. They had events in Ireland, and now it's just completely fallen by the wayside. KHABIB, talking about Paul Hughes. You are the real Irishman, Paul Hughes. Not a rapist and a drug addict like this bastard Conor McGregor. The fall from grace has been absolutely terrible, but we also have to admit that in Conor's perspective and his idea and his world, Paul Hughes has turned against him and turned against the Irish people. So, if you're Irish, let me know how you feel about this in the comments below. And for everybody else out there, tell me what you think about this. Is it crazy? Is it more just Conor nonsense? Is KHABIB and Conor, are they reignited the fire between them? And are they going to fight somewhere someday? Who knows what's going to happen with this eventually. Will Paul Hughes get the rematch with Usman? We don't know yet, but I'd like to see it. Would you guys like to see it? Tell me everything and your thoughts in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.